Okay, today we're going to be looking at finding a quarter of a shape. So yesterday we looked at a half, today we're going to look at a quarter. Now a quarter, remember, is written like this. Got one part out of, that's what this bar means, out of 4, and that's my denominator. So all of my shapes here have been split up into 4 equal parts. And to find a quarter, I just need to shade in one of those parts. But the crucial thing is it can be any one of the parts. It doesn't have to be that's a quarter, this is a quarter, this is a quarter, this is a quarter. Can you find a way to show a quarter of these shapes? And again here, notice I've got 2 circles. Can I show a quarter in 2 different ways? Off you go, pause the video, have a go. So hopefully you've shaded in one part out of 4. The question is, what happens, say, if I split up my shape even further, something like this? So now I've got 8 equal parts. But I still want to find a quarter. Well, if I shade in 2 parts, I can see, look, I've still shaded in the same amount here as I have here. It's just instead of 1/4, I've now shaded in 2/8. 2/8 is the same as 1/4. So I can shade in any 2 parts, and that will be the same as a quarter. Same here, if we divide this like this into 8s as well, any 2 parts gives me a quarter. What about finding quarters of an amount? Well, very similar to finding a half, we're going to draw 4 plates this time because we're splitting it up into 4 equal parts. Share out 8. So I get 2. Another way of thinking about that would be using a number line. Instead of sharing, I'm going to do groups of 2. How many groups of 2 are in 8? Well, 2, 4, 6, 8. There are 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 2, which gives me 2 as 1/4 of 8. If we do that method for 16, well, we're going to count in 4s this time because we're finding a quarter. So I'm going to go 4, 8, 12, 16. Count in 4s, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4 groups of 4 in 16. So 1/4 of 16 is 4. We would have found the same if we'd done the plates method. What about 80? I'm going to draw my plates. 4 plates, I'm finding a quarter. Now, I don't want to share out 80 dots. It's going to take me a very long time. And I've noticed that 8 is in the 4 times table, and 80 is a multiple of 10. So let me start by sharing out 10s. So I'm going to do 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. Ah, exactly. So a quarter of 80 is 20. And notice that a quarter of 8 was 2, quarter of 80 is 20. Both the starting number and the fraction or number have become 10 times bigger. So have a go at finding a quarter of these amounts. Don't forget to draw your plates and unpause when you're ready to check your answers. Okay, so a quarter of 12, we draw 4 groups, we get 3. Quarter of 20 is 5. Quarter of 120 will be 30. Let's just see that. Again, notice the connection here. Quarter of 12 is 3. I've got 10 times bigger, so my answer is going to be 10 times bigger as well. But if we share out our 10s, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100, 110, 100, and 20, I can see each plate has 10, 20, 30 in, so a quarter of 120 is 30.